Although Liberty's campus may have been empty thanks to students being away, enjoying their spring break vacation, the LaHaye Multipurpose Center was filled with volleyball players and fans as Liberty hosted the East Coast Volleyball Association South Division Tournament last weekend.
Yeah, we hosted the South Division Tournament here at Liberty University. That is the culmination of the entire season for our conference, and so we hosted 8 Division I teams, 9 teams in Division II, so 17 total teams. We had already secured a bid to East Coast Championship, so it changes the feel of the event a little bit. But we did well. I think we did as well as we expected. There's a few things we might want to clean up from our semifinals, but both teams finished first in their pool, which was good. We beat teams we should have beat. The Division I team beat UVA, who they lost to about a month ago. So that was a good a comeback game for them. And then both teams lost in the semifinals to teams that they maybe shouldn't have lost to, but it was also it was a good opportunity for them to have a chip on their shoulder going into next week at the East Coast Championship. So as a coach, never want to lose a game, but we were okay with that loss as a way to maybe inspire these guys for something bigger this coming weekend.
Well, we played really well. I felt like we played well as a team, and we were just able to really put it to some of the teams in pool play. This was actually my first tournament here on the A team, but it was just a lot of fun getting out there with all the guys and being able to really stick it to some of those teams.
The team is focusing hard to prepare for the East Coast Championship, which will be hosted by the University of Maryland. Although the teams have already qualified for the national tournament, it is critical they do well at the East Coast Championship in order to be a top seed heading to nationals.
Yeah, so we're just trying to get back to the roots because luckily we did really well at our play date a month ago and got second place, and so we seeded well for East Coast. And so it's really big. It sets the tone for nationals. If we do well at East Coast, we'll have a good chance of being #1 seed in our pool, which is huge. That way we don't have to play another #1 seed and have a much tougher road to the playoffs and nationals. So it's a big week, and if we can just get back to Liberty volleyball and get the rotation all figured out, and the boys just have a good week of practice, we're going to be fine.
Yeah, so we have 1 week before East Coast Championships, and then we'll have about 2 more weeks before nationals. So we're in a bit of a grind, but we're working hard to make sure we're ready.
This season has been incredibly successful, with both teams being ranked the highest in team history.
So I mean, it's great. It's always great to be ranked in the top 10. It's a blessing and a curse, right? You have to make sure the boys don't get complacent and become too confident and cocky in their seeding, because you become the team to beat, right? So everyone's going to be giving you their best shot, and so we just need to make sure that we kind of, we're thankful for it, but we know that we have a mission, and that is to be national champions. And so until that's accomplished, there's really, we just got to keep working hard, right?
Definitely, these teams this year have they've done better than they have in years past, and it hasn't been a year where there's been ups and downs, where there's been some unexpected things happening. It's been a very consistent year. Every event we've gone to, we've done the best we've ever done. Our record is the best it's ever been. Any given tournament, it's been the best finish for any given tournament we've ever had, and so it's been a good year. Best finish at Michigan State Harvard Classic, best finish at the Hoosier Alumni. And it's been a good year, and so I'm hoping that continues to hold true. And if it's going to be the best year we've ever had, then we're going to have our best finish at East Coast we've ever had, and the best time we've ever done at nationals, which is great. There's a few roadblocks in our way, like Virginia Tech, but I do think that's going to continue to be true.
The culmination of all their hard work will be put on display at the national tournament mid-April, when both teams have the opportunity to continue to make history.
Nationals is what we're building up to, and like I said, our goal is to win our national championship. We definitely have the ability to do that. It's something that we don't often have a chance to, but this year we have 2 really strong teams who can definitely both contend.
It's really up to us and how we show up for nationals. If we're prepared, are we ready? Are the boys going to be consistent in how we've been all season, or are we going to kind of get shaky like we did last week against the regionals? So if we can play Liberty men's volleyball at nationals, it's going to be exciting. I think that we'll do really well. But it obviously starts this weekend at East Coast and getting that good seeding for nationals.